conclude the story, I was telling you about a book I've ever read all in one setting and finished, and it was basically a book about this scholar who managed to build himself a golem, if that's even the right word, which is a basically human clone, I would imagine, if I had to put it in modern terms. But it's basically a living being that's been created by another human being. And of course for him the problem was the soul. He could figure out how to make the body, but he couldn't figure out how to make the soul, and at the end it killed him, or rather killed his wife, killed somebody died. But the part I liked about the book was he spends a lot of time getting rid of people that are not objective enough to consider the story, people that are not interested in the story, but he spends quite a bit of pages telling you very irrelevant, complicated but extremely relevant information that just limits the amount of people that actually look. So for me that is becoming a very interesting thing to do. I've been playing around telling stories, and one thing I found was I find it very hard to perform. The other day we went to go see Atta Walter, a collector that came to South Africa and basically bought up everything ethnographic. And what was strange for me is I've been telling stories basically for the last 4 weeks to different people, to varied people, but I could not bring myself to tell him a story. And for me it became interesting as to why could I not tell this person a story? I mean, at first I had a sense of performance. I guess to a certain extent I also have another confession. I mean, I want to be an artist, I want to be famous. But at the same time I also realized that I'm more than an artist. I have many other varied things that I'm interested in. If I had to use this video to talk about process, I've discovered that I don't like complicated processes. I enjoy Polaroids because you shoot and you finish. I don't have expectations of perfectness and beauty in my photography. All that matters for me is that I've pointed the camera in a direction that I want to, and I've made an image, or I've followed my impulse to want to make an image. And that is quite an interesting thing for me to realize. And you know, so another thing that it's brewing in my head, this is a concluding video. I think I only have so many stories in me, and I probably won't tell a story for some time to come. But I would like to give form to a character or a person I have been trying to tell a story about for some time now. The character is called Mabele. Mabele is basically maize meal, in a sort of general sense, but it's also breasts. And when I first met my wife, I would tell her this story of Mabele who goes out into the world. I've actually even done a character sketch-up of Mabele. But the reason I'm thinking of Mabele right now is I don't like to finish things, or I don't like things that require a lot of production. I like shooting photographs that are blurry. I mean, the most important works I've done photographically outside of my commercial work are works that were shot on a Holga, on Polaroid, on disposable cameras. So there's definitely something about me and my interest in processes that do not require much. I like my time So I don't know why I'm doing a doctorate, but I know that I am definitely going to do it. So to conclude a non-story, look out for Mabele. Will not be in a gallery near you, but you will find him in a story somewhere. Adios. Saludos. Catch you later! And I love Pinky and the Brain.